You're right, guys. This is the weekly prediction for the Premier League results. This is dealing with the 1st, 2nd, 3rd of November 2025. These results are based on the Premier League prediction tool, which you can find in the video description. There's a link to the tool there. It's free to use. So this is what the tool is telling us this weekend. Coming on to the games, you've got Brighton Leeds. Consensus between the tools is a 2-0 for Brighton, tending towards a Brighton 3-0. So if we come on to the fixture difficulty planner, again, link to this tool is in the video description. We'll have a quick look on why it's saying that. If we look at Brighton home form so far this year, they are slightly above average with points per game. And their home opposition difficulty has been above average as well. If we look at Leeds away, they're below average points per game away. And the away opposition difficulty is also below average. So generally this is telling us that Leeds are not a strong away team, at least so far this season. Their away power is 1.18, and we look at the home power of Brighton, it's a 2.48. So this is heavily favouring for a Brighton win. If we look at goals conceded and goals scored, Brighton, they're scoring at home. They're also conceding a few as well. There's a 2-goal difference there. And if we come to Leeds, they're not really scoring away, but they are conceding a lot. Burnley Arsenal, there is a conflict between the tools here, the adjusted prediction and the home and away prediction. The adjusted prediction is forecasting a 0-3 to Arsenal. Home away adjusted is a 0-1. And I think the reason is Arsenal are not scoring so much away, and I think the trend is to go with the home and away weighted prediction this week. So this is giving us a 1-0. Again, we'll come back to the fixture difficulty plan and just have a look on what we're doing. Basically, I'm going to do this for every game, guys, so you know what's going to come up in the rest of this video. If we look at home points per game for Burnley, that's right, isn't it? Burnley, yeah. Where are we? Burnley. Away, home, they are about average points per game at home, and the home opposition difficulty has been below average. Arsenal, on the other hand, points per game, 2.25, second highest in the league, and the away opposition difficulty has been the second hardest after Manchester United. That gives us a home power for Burnley of 1.64 and an away power for Arsenal of a massive 4.61. They're winning away from home, and they've had the toughest fixtures. So in theory, this is saying heavily favouring Arsenal for the win in this game. If we look at the home and away goals, Burnley are scoring kind of at home, and they're not really conceding at home. Arsenal, on the other hand, are also not really scoring away from home, 4 goals, but they're really not conceding any either. So even though it's a big plus for Arsenal and the fixture difficulty, with regards to the scoreline, this is why we are tending towards a 1-0. Obviously, this could get blown out of the water in this game. So those are the ranges of results anyway. We're going from 0-3 to 0-1. Next up is Palace Brentford. There's a conflict between the tools again, and if we tend towards the home and away weighted prediction, for this week's strategy at least, we're giving a 2-1 home win to Palace. Coming on to the fixture difficulties, home points per game for Palace, where are they? Below average points per game at home, and home opposition difficulty has been slightly below average as well. So Crystal Palace's form is not the greatest so far this season. But if we look at Brentford, where are they? So they are about slightly below average points away from home, and their away opposition difficulty has been, where are they? Brentford, low as well. So their away power is low, 0.94. Palace's home is 1.59. So Palace's maybe their home form is a surprise. So this is what makes this what's making the HA home away bias prediction a bit closer than what people, or what I was thinking anyway. So that is the result, 1-1 tending to 2-1 if we go with a home awaited result. Fulham Wolves predicted adjusted prediction is 2-0. Home and away weighted is 3-0. Let's have a look at fixture difficulty. So Fulham, points per game at home, I think they're doing quite well, aren't they? About average points per game at home. Home opposition difficulty has been a little bit above average. And if we look at Wolves away, they are the second worst away from home. and their away difficulty has been above average as well. So maybe Wolves are not doing as badly as perhaps they look. Anyway, a Wolves away power 0.49, Fulham home power 2.08. So it's highly favouring Fulham for this fixture. And like I said, this is why the home and away weighted prediction is coming in at 3-0. And I've got, like I said, this week's strategy is to go with this bias tool. So we're going to go with 3-0 as a prediction there. Forest, Man United. Consensus between the tools here, 0-2 for both tools. If we come on to the fixture difficulty, home points per game Forest, third worst in the league. Home opposition difficulty, where are they? About average. Man United away from home, where are they? Man United away. I must be missing them somewhere, guys. Here they are. 1 point average and a point away, and their home away opposition difficulty has been the hardest of all. So again, maybe they are actually better away than what the league position is suggesting at the moment. Away power for Man United is a 2.06, Forest 0.88. So again, another strong favour for Man United win, as you'd expect. With regards to goals away, 4 goals scored for Man U, but they are conceding away. Forest, even worse, 1 less goal scored, same amount conceded. So it's a favouring Man United definitely, and just because of the fixture difficulty that Man U have gone through, Forest should be a very good game for them, and this is why the tools coming up with 0-2. Spurs Chelsea next. Both tools have a consensus here, 0-2 to Chelsea. Again, this might be a surprise to some, but if you've been following along with these videos, then you'll know that Tottenham are not great at home this year. So if we look at Spurs at home, they're only averaging 1 point per game. Their home opposition difficulty has also been the third easiest. They are not great at home so far this year. If we look at Chelsea away, they are coming up with, they're in third position, third team scoring third amount of average points away in away games. Their away opposition difficulty, to be fair, is also second easiest, but they have been capitalising on that. This gives Chelsea a 2.25 away power versus Spurs 0.84 home power. So again, another fixture that heavily favours the away team. And this is how we come up with the predicted scoreline of the 0-2 to Chelsea against Spurs, probably against the bookies on that one. Coming on to Liverpool Aston Villa, 1-1 the adjusted prediction. Home and away biased adjustment is 1-0. We're going with 1-1 here just because both tools are suggesting 0.91 and 0.89. So Villa are probably going to get a goal, I think, in this game, at least according to the tools. That's what the tools are saying. If we just come up and look at the points per game for Liverpool at home so far this season, they are 4th, 5th place. Points per game is decent. Home opposition difficulty has been hard also. So to get those points against that opposition gives them a 2.95 home power. If we look at away points per game, Villa, where are they? Surprisingly high, above average, and their away opposition difficulty has been, where are they? Villa also above average. So away power for Aston Villa 2.22, home power for Liverpool 2.95. So maybe a bit closer than what might seem obvious, and this is why the tools are giving a 1-1 result for that game. Coming on to West Ham Newcastle, adjusted tool 0-2, home and away bias tool 0-1. We've gone with a 0-2 here. We've ignored this and we've gone with the adjusted prediction tool. Coming on to Man City Bournemouth, adjusted tool saying 2-0, home and away tool saying 2-1. Looking at Man City home fixtures, what have they done so far this year? Yeah, above average, close to the top points per game at home. Home opposition difficulty, on the other hand, they have had above average home opposition difficulty. Bournemouth, on the other hand, they're not great away from home. No, they're not bad. They're slightly above average points per game away. Away opposition difficulty, slightly below average as well. That gives them an away power of 1.98. But Man City have got 2.78 home power. So definitely favouring City for this game. City scoring loads, not conceding. Bournemouth away, what are they doing? They are also scoring, but they're also conceding. So definite favour to Man City in this fixture, and hence the 2-1 prediction for the Man City Bournemouth game. And then finally, coming on to Sunderland Everton, adjusted tool saying 1-0, home and away adjusted tool saying 2-0. Coming on to Sunderland, points per game at home. Now they're third best so far, so they're really good at home. But what's the difficulty been like for them? Second easiest, so it might be a bit flattering for them. The prediction for the result. Let's have a look at Everton away, see how they're doing. Everton away, slightly below average points per game away from home, and their away opposition difficulty has been slightly below average as well. That gives them an away power of 1.18, Sunderland 1.19, 1.91 home power, so definitely favouring Sunderland for this result. Sunderland scoring away, not conceding. Everton scoring something but conceding a lot away from home. And that gives us our 2-0 scoreline for Sunderland. Guys, that is the Premier League prediction tool from StrikeEngine. This is what it's forecasting this week. Hopefully you found the video interesting, informative. If you have, you want to see more videos like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you again next time.